Vibes? What's good? It's your boy BLKFinesse in the building. Looks like we were told a lie. Multiple lies, actually. I'm a big fan of space in itself. Astronomy, I'm in love with that. You feel me? I like, exploring new things. But honestly, if it were me to be in space, I'd be scared. Because, I mean, you're away from home for one. So it's like, of course, everyone exploring new things is going to be frightened. I'll be completely frightened because I'm out in space. So, no gravity, no air. Like, you have to sit there and have on astronaut uniforms for the longest. But speed forward past this. It's called Lies You Were Told About Space. This came out 3 days ago by What If. Let's check it out.
When you think of ringed planets, well, you probably assume there's only one of them in our solar system.
I mean, of course
Saturn.
we do that.
But what if
I
I
know what
told
planets
you
have
that
rings.
there are 3 other planets similar to Saturn? Yeah, it's true. Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune all have
I mean,
their
I knew
own
that.
sets of rings.
Like, that's not a lie. I knew that.
Most people don't know about them because they're much thinner and pretty much invisible from Earth. We only learned about them when Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 flew past them in the 1970s and 80s. Some scientists even think that Earth had rings at some point in its existence.
I'm sure it did.
4.5 billion years ago, when a planet the size of Mars smashed into our young rock, it ejected so much debris that it likely, briefly, formed a small ring around Earth. Despite their unimaginably massive gravitational pull, black holes don't go around sucking in everything in their way.
Okay.
It just doesn't work like that. Black holes are more like sinkholes. If you were to get too close to one, you'd get spaghettified and lost to the blackness of this monstrosity. But
That's
if you're
bro, what? That's essentially what it is. That's literally what it is. It's gravity. It's going to suck you in because of the gravity. That's literally what it is. It's like the sun pulling us in because it's so big. Like, the sun literally holds 99% of the weight that we have in the solar system because of the gravity. So it's literally falling in, sucking in. Well, pause. It's gravity. I mean, it's pretty much gravity. If that's what you're trying to say is gravity, I mean, yes, that's what it is. It's gravity.
far enough away from it, you'd be safe. Even if our sun was replaced in the middle of our solar system by a black hole with similar mass, all the planets would just orbit like nothing happened.
Stop. What?
Things would get pretty dark, though.
Nuh-uh. That don't make sense. That don't make sense. Black holes are literally mass. It's mass, right? Don't tell me that's a lie, bro. Come on, bro. We're not that far. I don't get it. I don't get it. Because black holes in the middle of our galaxy are keeping us on the inside. So, not inside. It's keeping us into one big galaxy because of the fact that it's in the middle. Because of the gravity. Us not being that far from the black hole. Black holes are a lot heavier than the sun. Am I right? I don't know. I guess.
Darkness. The moon doesn't have a dark side. Our planetary partner gets hit by the sunlight all
I
around.
mean, yes, we knew that.
The reason why you don't see the other side of the moon is because it's always facing away from us. Yeah, our moon rotates on its axis at the same rate it orbits Earth, making it what's called tidally locked to our planet.
Okay, so one side of always
If
faces
a
us.
large asteroid is on a deadly collision course with Earth, the best thing to do is to nuke it. Oh, sorry, wait. I've actually got that wrong. Do not nuke asteroids that are about to collide with us. The reason why? Well, because the nuclear explosion will shatter the asteroid into millions of smaller pieces.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, the pieces that would still be headed for impact with us. Instead of dealing with just one giant asteroid, we'd have to deal with multiple impacts.
Okay.
And it would make our evacuation really difficult.
So what do you expect us to do? Just sit there and watch it hit us? Honestly, there's really no choice. There's really no choice we can do about that. There's nothing we can do about that. You might as well hit it. But you have to hit it far enough. Because if you think about it, a nuke can honestly propel it to another direction. You feel me? Like, it's the impact. I think it's the impact. It's not going to just keep coming at us. Because, if we got a missile hitting it, it's probably going to boom explode into different parts. You feel me? It may not continue to come towards us. I don't think
or
so.
straight up impossible. Now, you still can use a nuke to prevent an asteroid collision, but you don't even have to strike the space rock. We just set off a nuke near the asteroid.
I mean, yeah.
Emphasis
basically.
on near. Then, the force from the blast would nudge it off course. That would keep our planet
That's essentially
safe.
what I was saying, but okay.
Hopefully.
You know, nuking the asteroid off course isn't the only good thing you can do for our planet. Sometimes it's simpler than that, like making sure our air and water are clean. Unfortunately, just the other week, the Supreme Court cut back the Environmental Protection Agency's authority to regulate water pollution.
Get your money, bro. Yeah.
Earth at night, you can see thousands of stars, but the view from the moon is...
I didn't see it. What was it?
We only have one chance on this planet.
You can see
Standing
stars
on
from the
Earth
moon.
at night, you can see thousands of stars, but the view from the moon is actually quite boring.
Really?
Yeah, astronauts who traveled to the moon reported that stars aren't easily visible from there. Because our moon is super reflective, it really cranks up the brightness, making it harder to see out to the
That's
stars.
something new.
It's kind of like stargazing in a city with a lot of light pollution. Not fun.
Okay.
You'd need to travel further into space to get some better views. Traveling in space won't make you taller.
I always
Though
knew
it's
that,
true
bro.
that astronauts can grow up to 5 centimeters in space, well, that's because the Earth's gravity doesn't weigh them down, and
True.
the vertebrae in their spines are able to expand a bit.
True.
But this effect is only temporary. As soon as you return to Earth, you get back to your regular height. Yeah, thanks, gravity.
You feel heavy, don't you?
And space travel doesn't make you age slower either.
Thank you.
Not really.
Thank you.
Albert Einstein theorized that time would pass slower for someone traveling at high speeds versus for someone stationary. This is called time dilation. And while it's true, you'd have to travel incredibly fast to achieve this de-aging effect, like almost speed of light fast. Yeah, with our current space traveling technology, the difference in time is so minimal that
It doesn't seem to be proven. I don't understand time dilation, bro. I don't get it. I'm gonna keep saying this. I'm not gonna understand this. Just like the movie Lightyear, where Buzz Lightyear traveled around the sun and came back 4 years later, or a specific star. He was traveling light speed and came back after like a few seconds. And 4 years later, that don't make sense to me, bro. I don't care if you're traveling that fast. If it takes okay, calm down. If it takes 6 minutes to get to a star, speed of light, it should take you 6 minutes to get back. Same age. It don't matter. I don't think it matters how fast you're going. If it takes you that long, 6 minutes, 6 minutes back. Should be 6 minutes. Well, 12 minutes total. It really shouldn't be any different. Unless it's been proven. I need proof on that. I don't care about that. I need proof.
it's not even worth calculating.
I need proof.
If you thought crying in space was impossible,
You
well,
can't cry in space.
first, why? And
What?
second, you're wrong. It's just different. Without gravity to pull your tears down, they don't trickle down your face like they do here on Earth. The tears just stick to your eyes and form a sort of watery blob.
What the?
They might even cover your eyes if you cry a lot. So while
Oh.
you can totally cry in space, it's probably best that you don't.
Oh.
Not great for visibility. Hey, Martian dust storms are a real headache. The dust particles are so fine that they can get anywhere, and these dust storms can last for months, but they can't physically damage any equipment that we leave on the red planet. The thing is that the Martian atmosphere is super thin, just about 1% of the atmosphere we have on Earth, so even when these dust particles zoom around at about 100 kilometers per hour, they can't pack a big punch without the help of air. But what they can do is cover our solar panels and put our rovers into power-saving hibernation. Oh, and I wouldn't inhale this dust either. Who knows what this fine powder could do to your lungs long term?
You're dead. immediately.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star,
They don't
how I
twinkle.
wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, this song is a big fat lie. Yeah, despite the famous children's song, stars don't twinkle. The flickering is just an illusion. Their light is actually very steady. Stars appear to twinkle due to the gas molecules that make up our atmosphere. They deflect some of the light from stars, making them appear as if they're shimmering.
Okay. Interesting.
Asteroid belts are typically depicted as minefields of floating rocks. Spaceships have to weave in and out of the asteroids in a life or death situation, but in reality, our asteroid belts are nothing like what you see in the movies. Asteroids aren't that close together. In fact, they're extremely far apart.
Really? I wonder why.
For example, in the asteroid belt between Jupiter and Mars, each of the asteroids is several million kilometers away from their nearest neighbor.
Wow.
And
So it's
the
just by
chances of a
itself.
collision are about 1 in 1 billion. So while Han, Chewie, and Leia had you on the edge of your seat in The Empire Strikes Back, asteroid fields like that are far from reality. The Great Wall of China is known to be the only man-made object that's visible from space.
Stop. I knew it
This
wasn't.
is entirely false. Yeah,
Not big
sure,
enough.
maybe you could see it with a camera and a zoom lens, but it's almost invisible to the naked eye.
Very
At
invisible.
5 to 10 meters wide, the wall is way too thin to be seen from space.
Yeah, like it has
However,
to be like
you
the
can
size
still
of a
see
continent.
plenty of other man-made objects from space. Things like dams, bridges, and pyramids. And at night, you can see a light show from the world's big cities.
Yeah, storms and stuff.
And that's not all. We're ready to bust even more crazy
Okay. I mean, most of the stuff we already knew, but that black hole thing, I feel like it's kind of already common sense that a black hole in itself is a sinkhole because of the gravity. That's pretty much what it is. But everything else, we already knew weren't lies. Like, so we knew stars don't twinkle. Aging in space slower. I don't know. See, I really just don't agree with time dilation. I just need it to be proof. Like, if someone were to just volunteer, if they had no no sympathy for their life, or they just don't want to live anymore or something like that, you know, God forbid, but they want to just test it out, go for it. I will sit here and wait years if I have to just to see the proof. Comment, subscribe down below. It's BLKFinesse for y'all.